Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Johnny All Tech. Still learning the YouTube ropes, but I've been told I'm pretty savvy at this whole tech thing. It's impossible for me to compete with channels like Linus Tech Tips, Jay's 2 Cents, or Austin Evans. Nor would I try to. Those guys are awesome. It's not what I'm trying to do anyway. I'm just here to keep it real with everybody about what's going on in the tech world, about what I have going on. And if any products come in, that I buy, or, if I get lucky, get maybe a sponsorship or something like that. But, that's a long way in the future. I can go over what I get. Recently, I purchased this tough gaming graphics card from Radeon, the RX 6700 XT, at an extremely inflated price from eBay. It's the 12 gigabyte of VRAM version. It's supposed to be comparable to the NVIDIA 3070, but I guess 3070 wins out a little bit. But at the same time, NVIDIA is putting mining limiter chips into their new cards up to the 3080, and that is deterring a lot of people from buying their cards now. As it may sadden some, I am a programmer and therefore use any GPU I can get my hands onto mine. And my GPU is so marked up, I had to make it play nice with my old GPU, and that was NVIDIA. It's a GTX 1660 from PNY, just a 6 gigabyte version, but it actually does pretty well. And it's about a half-inch between cards. I mean, so little space that I had to take a comb to pop it out when I was testing. And that obviously doesn't fare well for temperatures. So I had to get creative. And so considering there's no water cool setups for either of those cards, even though the 5700 XT had a water cool setup, hopefully in the future maybe. Thank you very much to Corsair for putting non-RGBs in their H100i Pro RGB 120 millimeter liquid cooler, because I had replaced those with the RGB fans and had the plain ones left over, and taken those and made a little push-pull setup on the inside of my case, working pretty well, because most of the hot air for the RX 6700 comes out of the side heatsink, and that's where I have one of the fans pulling the air out of, and seems to be keeping the junction temperature in the low 60s and the regular GPU temperature in the medium to low 50s. So it works out. I have something actually exciting to talk about that happened to me the night before last. Speaking of graphics cards, because I decided to add an 11th gen build, because this is only a 9th gen, but it's an i99 100K, which is something I personally wanted for a long time. It's a semi-budget build, agreeing to join the Zydax family because of a certain amount of financing I was offered, and I used that certain amount of finance to be able to build a computer from them. They're a higher end computer builder, and I mean, just amazing customer service, awesome programs to get just about anyone in finance for a sweet custom PC. I will definitely unbox it when I get it on here on the channel. I went for a budget build. This is because they have a trade-in program also, and it helps improve your credit as well. When you're paying it off. it is still pretty sweet by most people's standards. I mean, to me, it's a budget build because of how much money I put into this computer. But I mean, it's. I mean, Zydax is a premium company that makes computers. I mean, it's not just you're buying a pre-built that's at a store. This is being made for me. And despite the fact that I build computers, this is something that's going to benefit me because I have a brand new generation computer and I can show people, you know, both a frequent generation and a brand new generation. And that's a beautiful thing. And, you know, having it myself too is just very special to me. And being, you know, part of an upgrade program that I'm going to take advantage of and move up and up and up, it's going to be great. And for the build, I chose Intel. You know, a lot of people might agree with that, but not only I chose Intel because I've always used Intel, but also because it would have killed my build price. The Intel chips that, or the I'm sorry, the AMD chips that they were using to build the PCs were just far too expensive, and they had more of a range of chips, both 10th and 11th gen chips, to be able to use for the Intel build. So I definitely went with Intel, and I went with an Asus board. It's a Z590 Prime P. I mean, it's not it's their entry level board, but I do like the spacing between the 216 PCIe slots, because that could benefit me putting both big RX cards that I have in it. I had to go with the slower i5 11400 6 core with multi-threading at 4.4 gigahertz. I couldn't afford the faster i5 without multi-threading, but that's okay. You know, I like multi-threading. I mean, I have an octa-core with multi-threading. I mean, that makes me happy. But that runs at 5 gigahertz turbo. I mean, and it usually is running at 4.6 on a regular basis. And it came with another RX 6700 XT, but I do not know what the brand in, nor do they. It is whatever they are shipped at the time. So it could be MSI, it could be another Asus, it could be just the founder's model. We'll see. And however it turns out, I'll be elated to be part of the Zydax family. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, the build is expected somewhere between late July and August. I mean, they have other people's computers to build. But the cool thing is that they actually take pictures during the process of your build and send them to you. You can go on their website and see your computer as it's being built. That's really cool. And I mean, their craftsmanship is second to none. I mean, I'm absolutely sure it'll be worth the wait. And somebody else I know in the tech field asked me why I wouldn't just build another PC myself. I mean, he's trying to tell me it's going to make me look bad as a tech guy to have a PC built for me. And I built this PC all the way from the processor up. I know how to build PCs. I mean, I've put every bit of RGB in here. I've wired Commander Pro. I couldn't tell you how much I've done to this PC. I mean, I don't, there's nothing I can't do with building a PC from the ground up. I mean, it's what I do. I have a business that surrounds it. But the fact of the matter is, who doesn't want somebody to build you a custom PC from a high-end company? I mean, I can't help but think of that as almost a gift. I mean, honestly, I gotta say the guy's a schmuck. And the fact of the matter is, I know for a fact the guy still has DDR3 RAM in his computer. And DDR5 is about to be released soon. Anyway, though, folks, in the future, we might have some guests in. My buddy DJ Love was in here the other day. I helped him out with a laptop issue that he was having. He couldn't even boot his computer, or his laptop rather, and he couldn't get to his music. And I mean, for a DJ, that's a really big deal. We got it taken care of though. Big shout out to DJ Love. He's out there doing his music thing. Also, shout out to W3 Home Services, my buddy Joe Wadka. He's been such a big help to getting my personal business off the ground. I'm not going to mention the name because that's irrelevant in these videos. And the person who made more of this possible than he even realizes, my friend Sean. He's also known as Nine Fingers on YouTube, so check him out. That's 9FINGRS. He's a gamer and also part of the Zydax family. He's actually the reason I joined up, and then I'm part of it. Check out his channel. Yeah, he's got great content. Yeah, he actually helped me with my PC right here too, when my poor Zeus Ranger had seen better days. He had been the first to jump up and say, you know, he had helped me, and at that time I really wanted help with a motherboard swap because I just didn't want to, you know, I was afraid of motherboard flex. I hadn't really ever replaced a processor on my own. I mean, it's not tough, but you'd rather just be with somebody that's been down that road before. And you know, he told me, I won't help you, but I will answer any question that you need. And he also had a lot bit more room at his place to where I could work on my PC, because at the time I really didn't have any sort of workbench or just really anywhere to do the entire process. You know, Sean Nine Fingers is awesome. The dude just has helped me so much. And yeah, I mean, we upgraded, like I said, little something more contemporary at the time. You know, this is what's in there right now. The ROG Strix Z390E Gaming. Yes, I know it's not brand new, but it was the 1151 socket, and that's what the i9900K is, and that's the chip that I wanted, even though it's not 10th or 11th gen, and it was available when they were available, and I didn't care. And just to show you, here's my old GeForce XLR8. You know, still pumping, still does a lot of work. I'll give it to it. For such a small card, this does a lot of work. And it's not even a popular version of the GeForce. The Founders Edition is probably better than this card. But hey, I don't know. XLR8, the overclocked edition. Hey, maybe it does have a foot up on the Founders Edition. You never know. But yeah, it was strange. Speaking of that card, we had a really tough time getting it in when I didn't have my X6700 and we were putting in that new board. And I mean, it wasn't any difference in the case, but man, it really didn't want to go in. It was the tight fit. Me and him were both kind of like really lightly trying to jimmy it in, you know, not trying to flex the board or hurt it or anything like that. And I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I mean, there are you know, um, metal brackets around the PCIe pins in this particular board because it's more of a mid-range board or lower high-range board. And I don't know, I mean, thank you Azus or thank you PNY for making, tight quality products, I guess. Um, anyway, though, I mean, if you watch this video, I mean, you're great for listening to my rants, and I really hope you see you back soon. Um, as the LA Beast, one of my favorite guys on here. Another guy I would love to give a shout out to. Also, Jonny Scoville. Love watching your videos as well. I know that's not, you know, in the subject line I'm in, but as the LA Beast would say, have a good day.